The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. There's the whistle.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto.
Takes a shot! Superb from Pele!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. It's a searching pass. Gerrard. And here's Ronaldinho. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, some astute defending there. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Buffon breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. That is good alertness. Can he get on the end of this? Gerrard gets a foot in here. And this is Ronaldinho. He has found a way through. Oh, he's having a go! And the keeper couldn't hold it. He doesn't look too happy with that. Knocks it into space. Luis Suarez! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. It's just beyond his reach. Now it's Pele. That's a little off target. Now this could be a chance.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it. Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
It's Luis Suarez! Denied by an instinctive save.
Suarez actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Searching pass he's played there. Alaba kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Now it's Ronaldinho. Now it's come to nothing.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Tries to play it through. He's got away. Showing good feet. Nuno Mendes proves too strong. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Looking to play him in. Solar. That's an excellent interception. Iniesta, very much a man of this moment. Looking for a runner. And it's Gerrard. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Gerrard really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes. Sao Paulo certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
That's a good ball.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Ronaldinho, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And here's Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho! Oh, he's hit the bar! Just not quite happening for him just now.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
Gerrard. And it's Iniesta. Thuram kept his eye on it, and he's there. It's a pretty loose pass. Gerrard. Iniesta. And there's the shot! Iniesta. Zola. Great vision, and that could set him on his way. Pelé picks it up out wide, and that is well cleared. And it's half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Sao Paulo come in at half-time on the wrong end of a 1-0 scoreline.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
The second period is underway.
Sao Paulo can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Threads one in.
Oh, really well played.
He is through here. Thuram gets it clear. Stood up well to him there. Looking for options for movement. Chips it through. Dembele is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Dembele. Now, what about a counter-attack? That's a shade optimistic. And that was very necessary. And this is Luis Suarez. And he welcomes it in.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
That is Conte. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Gerrard really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Iniesta. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. And he's cut it out. Still chasing the game, trailing by one. Gerrard, never out of the action for very long.
They've got to be quick moving this forward. That pressing is so good, it's nice and early.
Ronaldinho looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Sao Paulo are very much in the game and matching the opposition for chances.
Now it's Pelé. Gets a good foot in there. That pass has been well intercepted. Costa Curta. Tries to pass it through. Sao Paulo. He's gone for goal! Oh, denied brilliantly!
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Madrid with the corner. They're first.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 4, el dorsal 11 serán sustituidos por el dorsal 13, Cristiano Ronaldo. El dorsal 24.
Zola plays it short.
Forlán.
That's going across goal. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Sao Paulo have the chance to go the other way. Dembele aimed beyond the defence. Oh, what has happened here?
Sao Paulo really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Alaba is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Thuram cuts out the pass.
Sao Paulo appear determined to play through the middle again. And guess what? It's the same result.
And he's straight offside.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El
So
dorsal
changes
20,
afoot here and
el
from
dorsal
both sides.
25, el dorsal 23, Fabio Cannavaro. Serán
That looks a
sustituidos
decent
por
ball.
el
Oh,
dorsal
it's a
14,
great ball here.
el dorsal
Goes for a
15,
shot!
el dorsal 8.
Well, there's contact there one way or another.
Cambio de
Oh, it's a
jugadores.
penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. Games hinge on moments like this. A formality. We're level. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Yeah, the keeper was trying to make him think that he was going to dive one way here. Could have just held a little longer.
We're looking at a different game now.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Best will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Lovely pass, but can he get there? A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Oh, he's burst through.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Some good work on the right flank here. The cross. Buffon deals with that nice and simple.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And he shoots! And the ball's come loose here. Tries from distance. Another one of football's and how moments.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too.
Dembele. That's good play. The ball goes in. Schmeichel claims it without any fuss.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Plays a sharp little ball here.
Habrá 3 minutos de descuento.
Not the most convincing of passes. Madrid are looking to break at pace. Oh, that's well spotted. Schlotterbeck. And reclaimed it in a trice. Varane gets over and intercepts. Best can so... They huffed and they puffed, but that will be that. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope for better in the weeks ahead. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Sao Paulo certainly had some good moments, Peter. There were plenty of encouraging spells that more should have been made of.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin. A very good evening to you all. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So it's down to business here. They appear to be shaping up in a 4-4-2 formation.
I think it gets a terrible raw deal these days. It's deemed old-fashioned, outdated, but in truth, with the right personnel, it works just as well as any other system or formation. Success can still...
Decent chance! He's delivered all right!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So, a breakthrough already. And it's Bellingham. Well, that pass isn't the best. Tchouaméni. Now it's Mbappé. Totti. Now it's Ronaldinho. He's got away. Ronaldinho! Oh, that's a waste.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Marquinhos cuts it out. Tchouaméni. Schlotterbeck cuts out the pass. Now it's Mbappé. Now it's Olise. Now it's Mbappé. It's a pretty loose pass. And it's Bellingham. Sao Paulo leading here thanks to that early goal. He's having a pop! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Bellingham is offering a right smile there.
He's a sharp little ball here. Olise. Tchouaméni. He's beaten the last man. Played out towards the right wing. Aimed beyond the defence. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
That's a lovely, neat pass. Totti looking understandably energised after his goal. Tries to play it through. And that has left him in a heap. Cafu ventures forward. Bellingham. Mbappé. Buffon claims comfort. Can he spark a counter here? And it's Hazard. Schlotterbeck concedes a free kick for that. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Quick ball upfield. Shot could be on, and he's managed to get free. It's Hazard! He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Cafu. There's the chance! And he hits the net. They are right back in business.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Utterly unsophisticated, but stuck away with unashamed, just the keeper in his way. Oh, that's a super piece of goalkeeping.
Ah, Peter, that's as decisive as it comes. The keeper got everything right in that instance.
Hazard was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Hazard! Eden Hazard! That is a beautiful thing! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It's Ronaldinho! Same again, same outcome.
Well, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
He's had a shot! Now he's off and running. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. And here's Hazard. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? He's having a shot! It's in! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
So again, we have parity.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Olise. Now it's Hazard, and he's worked it through. It's an inviting looking ball, that, and he was quick to react.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Played into space, and he's made sure that's not getting through. Olise. Now it's Hazard. Now it's Tchouaméni. Now it's Hazard. And he's got away from him. Hazard! And that marks a high-octane end to the first half. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. It is quite a game,
And
breathless
like
and laced with excitement.
Well, I can tell you it's been a wonderful watch, Peter. I'm not complaining. The goals just seem to keep on coming. It clearly means that defending hasn't been at its best, but you know what I'm like when it comes to defending.
Well, it has been a high-octane first half, full of action, both sides with 2 goals going in at half-time.
Substitutions taking place.
So it's back to business. Nicely weighted ball. Olise. Azar. Tries to pass it through. He's all alone. And a chance! Knocks it into space. Could move up a gear here. That's a nicely shaped ball. Real chance here. Rijkaard did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Mbappe with a definite foul there. De Ligt is very much of the none-shall-pass school of defending. Now it's Yamal. Belling. Pass somewhat off target. Mbappe. Now it's Azar. Tchouaméni, not the most accurate pass. Iniesta. Olise. Tchouaméni has created one goal already. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Conte. Now it's Ronaldinho, and he's found a way past. Iceland needed that, they really needed it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Yamal in towards the back stick. Good ball, good take. Oh, good. And the shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. And he's decided to go for it. Has crossed in. A header! He's beaten the keeper, but hit this time surely. Goal! Sao Paulo! And the comeback is complete. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter, but you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
Sao Paulo with the lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Quality ball. Looking for options for movement. Pass is just off target. Bellingham. Sao Paulo perhaps contemplating their next change here. That ball looks a good one. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Iceland clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Oh, no joy this time. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Sao Paulo clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Alaba makes the interception. And he's forced to go back. Looking for a runner. Oh, that's a key interception. Tchouaméni. Well, that looks a decent ball.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Olise. Mbappe! Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. That's a little off target. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Into the last 5 minutes. And they're back on the ball again.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Looking for the run. And this is out. And he shoots! And it's hit the woodwork and out! This looks promising. Can he finish? Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Chouameni.
There will be 1 minute added time.
That's a good foray he's making. There'll be a minute of stoppage time. Oh, that's fabulous. Cafu, surely now! And that's it. They chased and chased, but it wasn't to be. Sao Paulo have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through. Great performance by any measure.
Draw your attention to the screen
Totti
right
taking
now
in the
for information
accolades,
on your
having been
shuttle
named
bus.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. More than half a century of history, the Estadio Morumbis, this gargantuan arena, has borne witness to many a glorious moment for Sao Paulo, both city and club. So straight into the action. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, modern centre-backs are judged on their ability to defend. But this guy, Christian Romero, is a player who excels up front too. He loves every opportunity to make it forward.
It's Totti! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Looking for the run. Well, that's beautifully weighted. He's had it taken off him. And it's Neymar. Just eases him off the ball. And they can counter here. Thuram proves too strong, too smart. Neymar. Good running, strong and purposeful. It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
And here's Suarez.
Suarez really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to...
And the shot! Goal! Sao Paulo! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
The Netherlands finding themselves unexpectedly behind. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. No, he wasn't going to let him past. And here's the chance to counter. Now it's Shevchenko. Now it's Shevchenko. Driving on and making good progress. Sao Paulo very much in the ascendancy and with a goal to their name. And he's managed to get free. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Iniesta, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Time and again they are repelled. And this is Luis Suarez. And this is Luis Suarez.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Gerrard. Neymar takes a shot! And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And this is Shevchenko. Totti. He's picked his way through. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Now it's Luis Suarez. Now it's Ronaldinho. Romero. And here's Totti. Searching pass he's played there. And it's Berbatov. Schlotterbeck does really well to win the ball there. Ronaldinho.
Sao Paulo have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Iniesta. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Iniesta. Iniesta! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Iniesta just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it.
Sao Paulo with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And it's been taken short. Muscular approach does pay off here. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Berbatov. Pass is just off target. Iniesta quietly revving up. And here's Suarez. Knocks it into space. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Sao Paulo clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And here's Suarez.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And they're quick to get it back. And it's Neymar. Referee's given a throw. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Iniesta.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
He's in a great position here. Schlotterbeck. So, a temporary halt to the action. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Sao Paulo just ahead then as we reach 45 minutes.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Sao Paulo are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good. So we're on the way for the second half.
Sao Paulo can do themselves a massive favour by grabbing another one here.
Now it's Ronaldinho. And it's ended up in no man's land. Cafu. Aims beyond the defence. Iniesta. Well played for Conte. Passing is crisp and sharp. Cherki. And it's Berbatov. And here's Shevchenko. Now that looks a decent ball. Totti finding himself in space. And that has been cleared. It'll be a throw-in. Well-timed, excellent interception. And here's Berbatov. Berbatov crosses. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. Keeper has taken decisive action. Iniesta. Not the most accurate pass. Totti. He has found the way through. He's rising! Firm header just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
And they win it back again. Played into space, and he was quick to react. Sao Paulo are still that goal to the good. Conte. Iniesta.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Almost an hour gone. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And here's Suarez. Oh, he's burst. It's Luis Suarez! No, just over.
Oh, did the keeper have that covered? I'm not sure he did. I think I need a replay on that one.
Silvestre gets across to intercept that. Great defending, strong and determined. Space for him to turn and look. He's found the... Here's a chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And he skips past his man. And he's taking no chances there. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
He's shifting through the gears here. Shevchenko. Shevchenko! And it's hit the woodwork and out. And here's Rijkaard. This looks promising. He slid in, and that has raised the temperature on the touchline.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And he's had it nicked away.
The Netherlands really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Rijkaard. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. He's a sharp little ball here. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. And the whistle has gone for a reckless challenge there. And that's going to be a booking. Edmilson. Still just that single goal, and we are nearly done. Luis Suarez, who needs just a moment to score a goal. Gerrard makes a dash for it, and he's worked it through. And a chance! Could have won it there and then. He knows that. Oh, he knows it.
Well, for me, he seems to be playing with a lot more zest now. He does look the most likely to grab that second goal cushion. The Netherlands really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves...
Could be danger here! No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Probing pass. And here's Shevchenko. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. Now it's Ronaldinho. And the pass is intercepted. Kante cuts out the pass. And it's Stones. And he plays one through. And this is... Can he finish? And there's a goal! They have stolen level at the last! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Back to parity, and there's barely any time left.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude.
How they wanted to win. They did everything to win, but time has beaten them. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.